Welcome to Matthew's Innovations. We've got another product review, unrehearsed, trying to get another video out there. Hopefully, I'll get it without too many retries. So, first thing, I've got it up here on the screen for you guys to see. I don't know how to pronounce it, so let's see if ChatGPT can tell us. Let's Aiusevo. Aiusevo. Okay. That's as close as I'm going to get. So, Aiusevo. So, the. Does that look right? Yeah. Aiusevo. 30 pint dehumidifier for basement. 2,000 square feet dehumidifier for home with drain hose, 3 mode, smart humidity control, 24-hour timer, 0.52 gallon water tank for bedroom, bathroom, RV. So I'm I have a feeling because I got this a while ago and it was the same 44% off, and it's still at 139.98. So $140 free shipping, and I'm going to do some voiceover in the video, but that's the overview. Dehumidifier for my shipping container, where I moved all my 3D printers and the current lasers that we have out here into the container to keep the mirrors and the lenses clean, to keep the filament dry, make this kind of a clean room. And here I'll get to the video clips. All right, here's a quick sped up unboxing. Everything was boxed up nice. Had plenty of protection. There was nothing to this setup. It was just take out all the packaging and untwisty the cord and plug it in. Now, I was very pleased with the weight of the unit. I was a little worried that I would get the unit and it would feel real lightweight and cheap, but on the contrary, it was quite nice. And I did hear that most compressor style dehumidifiers they're going to be heavier. Now, this unit has features where you can read it in the Amazon listing if you search it, but it has where you can set the target humidity level that you want. And of course, if it reaches that, it'll shut off. It also has a timer in hours, so you can set it up to 24 hours, I believe. You'll see it here in the video. And I end up setting it for 2 hours or no, 1 hour, and it instantly shows, 59 minutes remaining. So I end up talking about the reason why I got a dehumidifier is I had my 3D printers and the lasers in my machine shop, and the machine has coolant, so when you run a part, it creates a lot of moisture in the air. That moisture is not good for the filament. It means I had to stay up on the dry speeds and stuff in the AMSs and be more weary. Now the lasers, when I open up the shop door and the wind's blowing and stuff, then I end up getting dust and debris on the mirrors and the lenses of the lasers. So then I ended up moving everything into this container to have more of a clean, dry environment and have less maintenance on the equipment. All right, to address the cat in the bag or whatever the expression is, yeah, this dehumidifier is for 2,000 square feet. And obviously my container with the entryway that that we added on is maybe 180 square feet. Now, it's hard to find a dehumidifier that is like advertised 200 square feet or even a 400 square feet, and where I read the customer reviews and comments on it where they're happy with it. Instead, it's like, oh, it can only get it down to 49% humidity, or, those type of things. And so I was like, well, crap, okay, I'll just go bigger. And when I research going bigger, then it the findings is, yeah, if you go too big, it's going to cycle all the time and your power bill is going to go through the roof and you're going to make it way too dry. Well, the workabout in my mind was, well, if I get one where I can set the target humidity, and or if it has a timer, well, then I can just set it to come on less. It'll dry it out good enough for me and everything will be great. Well, it does. It works fantastic. With the timer feature, there's also fan control speed. You can set the speed of the fan, but most of the time I'll come in every day or couple days and I'll just bump it on for 2 or 4 hours and I'll close everything up and go back into the house, and it's been working really well. And so I'm really happy with my choice. I don't think it's overkill. It's not very loud and has been working fantastic. And heck, if I move it into a room that's larger, it'll probably work pretty good there too. So that was my conclusion, and I'm happy with the choice, and I would do the same thing over again. All right, here's the conclusion. I forgot to mention on Amazon the other types. I ended up going with the compressor type of dehumidifier. The compressor basically is the most thorough option. It's going to be give you the best results. The other type, as you can see, I couldn't remember, but I used ChatGPT as thermoelectric or pelter dehumidifier. Uses makes basically cold plates, and I read that those weren't as efficient. Now there is a con, I guess you could call it a con. My only negative on this is if I turn around and take a look, I have a meter that says 39% humidity in here, and then I've got another one right down on the floor that says 41. Now usually these are almost identical if I put them in the same spot. Now if I look at the dehumidifier itself, it's running right now. It says it's 49. So that's a difference of 8, 9% humidity. And um, having a reading of 39 in here is probably much lower than I need to have it. And so I don't know. My suspicion is either the placement of the meter on the unit itself isn't ideal, or it's just off. And so it's kind of a drag. I like to have a real accurate representation of what the humidity really is in here, but I have a feeling between two other meters uh, and meters that I had in the AMSs sitting out, I think that it's off. And so instead of setting it to 30, and well, instead of setting it to like 35 and end up having it really low humidity in here, like too low, I think I have it set to 45 on the unit itself, and I let it run there. And at 45, it makes those other meters read 39, 40. So uh, probably still too low. It's not a deal breaker. It'll end up, still shutting off. You just have to be a little bit aware, maybe double check it. Maybe your unit will be good. So those are the two key points I wanted to make: compressor and the reading. Other than that, I love it. I don't want to go through the trouble of returning it because of the reading. I love the features on it. And thank you for watching. If you've liked this review, if it's helpful, please like and subscribe and share to somebody who you think will uh, like this video or one of the other few videos we have on our YouTube. I'm working hard on trying to fine tune and tweak things and get more videos on there. We're going to have all kinds of videos like the container build and how that went, along with some details that might help you to do it easier also. Because, just one more. There's a lot of videos out there, but a lot of them were um, either overcomplicated or I didn't like the way that they were doing it, or there were some comments about mold forming and just so I did some homework and I think this is a pretty good build. I like it. I'm not done with it yet, but there'll be a series of videos on that. So anyways, like I said, like and subscribe and hopefully you'll get notifications when new videos come up. And you can always turn those off and just go to my channel manually too. So anyways, again, thank you for watching and everybody have a great day. Thank you.